Hey guys, I'm not sure who is online, so if you can send me a message in the chat so that I know who I'm talking to. Hmm. We'll wait for a few more minutes. I'm not sure if anybody else is joining, but let's just give another 2, 3 minutes and we can talk about a few things. Okay, let's start it then. If anybody joins later on, it's fine. Uh, I won't be streaming for long today, but let's just start it. Others can watch it later on, maybe offline. So very first thing I want to talk about KSS. So in the past we get into this position. I'm gonna switch off the extended hours, and we plan to play this gap. So if you look at my this position chart here, I got into this position in KSS around this, and we had a stop loss at this level, and we wanted to play this whole gap. But we did exit around, I think, here or somewhere here. I don't know. I think the reason I want to talk about this stock is that I think we've been getting good trades, but we are not using the trade to its full potential. We are exiting really early in the trade. I myself, I'm working a little bit on that. I myself have paper hands, but at the same time, it is just because that I have blue two accounts at least in this year, in the beginning of this year, and one bad trade can actually wipe out your whole account. So I just don't want to avoid that. That's why I get the profit whenever I see 20 to 30 to 40% profit, and I just exit the trade. But I think for the trades in which we have good confidence, we should stay in the trade for a little bit longer. For example, this trade, we know that there was a gap, and gap will be there. So if you look at this huge green candle, and then we are near the gap fill, so there's nothing left in this trade anymore. And we are also hitting this resistance lines. So this trade is gone, but just wanted to talk about it so that we learn a little bit what's going on, and maybe going forward what we can do better. Okay, so that's four cases that I want to talk about. Let's talk what we played today. Uh, I'm just looking at my trades. Okay. Snap. So we played Snap today. We discussed it yesterday, and somebody brought this trade to us. It was a good trade. So we had the puts, and I had two contracts, and I sold it around. Where was it? What am I missing here? Yeah, I think that's what I'm missing. So I sold my first contract once it broke out of this beer flag, and then I sold my second one once it break out of this beer flag. But the price went really down. I mean, I think this was another of one of those trades where we should have held a little bit longer. We had this trade in mind, and it actually hit our trade perfectly. So we should have exited around here, both contracts. But it's fine. Profit is profit. But this is something that we can do in future where we can improve a little bit our exits. At least my exits. I don't know if you guys held and then you got the profit around here. But I got FOMO in this trade later on, and I got into 48 put because I still think there is some potential in this trade. If you look at hourly chart here, so we are still forming this bear flag, and there's a support around this line. So I got into 48 put um, around 17, 18 days out, November 19th expiry. So I'm still in this trade. We'll see what happens to this trade. Uh, Now TIFF today gave us a very nice trade. Zillow. I was in one contract for a whole day, and I exited out around. mm, Where did I exit? 9:30. So I think I exited around here, and but I again got into because I was not sure why Tiff was holding onto this one, and she had a valid point that there was an earning today, and the earnings was, I think it was expected that earnings won't be good, so it will fall down, and that's exactly what happened. So we are at this level now. We are in 70 put, and I think tomorrow it might go a little bit down, and we can sell the puts. So it was a very good trade. It was given to us by Tiff. Really appreciate that. Uh, what else did we play today? AMD. I'm still in AMD, but I don't know. AMD was really bullish today, even though clear signal. So I was thinking that this probably is not the complete handle, and there will be one leg down that will form here, or it can even go fall back to this level and to this support, but it didn't do that. It went out of this handle, and it's going upwards. But I'm still in this position. I'm still into the put. Uh, we have time for this one. I am in November 19th, 115 put. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow we have to watch this level, and if it still keeps on going up, then we'll probably have to exit on a loss. PayPal, PayPal is giving a lot of pain. It's not going up, and my initial spread 265 to 70 is in loss, and I don't even know whether we will be able to recover from that. If you remove this, I see one small green candle. Maybe it's bullish now, but we have seen that in previously also. So I don't know what's going to happen with PayPal, but at this point, it's at the level where I can't imagine it going any further down. but 265, 270 is still very far away now. We'll see what happens if we have very good green days and it goes bullish all of a sudden. Then it'll be a great play. Uh, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed on PayPal. I got into few positions today. So let's talk about that. Zynga, ZNGA. I think we discussed it yesterday. Somebody brought this ticker, and he was in 8 call, and I got into 7.5 call today. And if you look by the end of today's session, we had this good green candle. Hopefully, it goes up tomorrow. I have, I think, 8 contracts of Zynga. They were very cheap contracts. They were like $9 each. So I just got it because I felt like that we were at a good level, and then contracts were really cheap. And if it goes above around eight level, that would be great. But I only have 3 days left for this trade. I got a weekly expiry, but 8 call should be good if somebody's holding on to 8 call. Also got into Square today. I know somebody in the main chat mentioned that Square is bullish, and I was wondering why. But I still trust the trade that I got into. Why it's not showing my chart? Oh, that is all. So this is what we charted in the past, and we drew this Elliott waves, which is invalidated now. The reason it's invalidated is because this was the first wave. This is second wave. If we consider this is to be third wave, the fourth wave cannot get into the second waves or first waves zone, which it did. So it invalidates the Elliott waves at least. So this is no longer a third wave. Uh, and I believe that it has become an worse cup and handle, and the square, as per the technical analysis, square should go down to this level or even further below this. So I got into this put spread. I got into 230, 235. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what it did in aftermarket. Did it went up or down? Yeah, it's still hanging out in the same zone where I got in, maybe a little bit above the price. We'll see. Not sure if anybody else got into this trade, but I did got into this trade. What else? AFRM. I'm still in AFRM. If you look, it's forming head and shoulders. I'm gonna switch this off. So it's forming this head and shoulder, and the price did went up after I drew this chart, but we'll see what happens. But I still believe that this stock will go down, and I'm gonna keep on holding my put position. It feels like I'm in a lot of put positions rather than like calls. Um, I scaled into Zoom today, so I now have 2 contracts, 390, 400. At one point, I was like 40% profit in one of the contracts, but when it went down, I scaled one more contract into that. This is a long-term position. It's like 200 days out, so I'm gonna keep holding that. Other than that, Starbucks. I went overall green today. Yeah, after it falls after earnings, it really fall down, but now it's filling the gap. It is at this level now. It's gonna fill the gap, and I'm in 115 call and still have 17 days. So I'm optimistic about this trade. It should go up. If you scale in when I announced in the small account channel that you should scale in, then you should be green now as well. Um, DKNG, I got into 150 call, 17 days out, and I'm green in that one. So I'm not sure if anybody else got into this trade. Mm, Anything else that you guys want to talk about? I don't think I have anything else to talk about, except I just wanted to mention that we should try to stay in the trade for a little bit longer. And I'll do my best to make sure that only for the trades that I'm really confident about, I'll stay in the trade. Others, we can just do day trading or scalping for small account. Okay, so that's about it. If you guys don't have anything else to talk about, you can uh, add in the chat if you have anything that you want to talk about. Nothing. Okay. Wish you guys best of luck for tomorrow, and let's see what tomorrow brings. Thank you.